So, Cian, you weren't involved yesterday, but how was that as an experience of what cut and thrust lower league football's like?
Well, I don't think it was the prettiest game to watch or be a part in, but I think the main thing was the 3 points and coming away from a bit of a not a nice place like Dover, the stadium and things like that. I think you've got to do it to see that the grass is green on the other side, hopefully eventually in the Football League.
Yeah, Gary made a decision to play Asa in that position. When was that sort of relayed to you?
We'd worked on a few things during the week and the team had been chopped and changed, and then it comes to Friday. We were travelling up the Saturday morning, we didn't train Saturday, we did all our shape and our set plays and our analysis on them, and I just wasn't in the starting 11. Yeah. Ace was. Fair play to Ace, I thought he was our best player yesterday, yeah. him and Pars. So I found out just on the Friday, everyone else found out if they're playing or they're not playing. I think it's just one of them things you've got to take on the chin.
It's been a frustrating week probably with what else happened with the Kiddie game being off and then on, and then the Oxford game being off, and you only played a half at Oxford with that in mind. So I imagine you're looking forward to just getting a chance to get 90 minutes under your belt. Yeah,
well, I played the Oxford first 45 with Kidderminster in mind on the Tuesday night, and was due to start in that, and then that got cancelled. And then the gaffer rang me and said, I'll be prepared to play in the Oxford game on the Wednesday night, and that got cancelled. Yeah. And then obviously I wasn't selected for a starting spot at the weekend. It's been a little bit frustrating, but I think I'm just looking forward to getting back playing football and, on Tuesday night against Oxford.
Yeah. How did you find the first half at Oxford? Was it more aerial than you were expecting?
It was. If I hadn't been prepared by the gaffer and I hadn't watched a bit of non-league football from obviously the analysis and the BT Sport coverage and things like that, then I think I would have been a bit unprepared for it. But the gaffer told me what to be mindful of, which was people hooking it around the corner into channels, and they'll try and play off the strikers a lot more than they would in the 21s football. So I think that made me cope with it a little bit more easier than I would have, and I was settled a lot quicker.
Yeah, because that's probably what you're here to do, because you've got the experience of maybe the technical defending, but I think you mentioned when you signed that you want to have that experience of having to barge big bustling centre forwards out of the way. Yeah,
which I think's again what I've said before, key part to a centre halves game at any level, especially me wanting to get to the top level. I think that's something that you've got to have sort of in your locker.
Yeah, obviously a chance tomorrow night to show what you can do. Obviously Ace has stuck his hand up on Sunday. I suppose you want to do the same and say to the gaffer, look, I'm ready for the first team as well.
Well, I think it's sort of a dog eat dog sort of business. Obviously Ace has just took the second centre half spot with Pars, and he done really well. Even though he's my mate and everything, everyone wants to be in the team. The gaffer can only pick 11 players, so it's down to you to sort of be one of them 11 players that he relies on.
Is he one of the ones in the car with you?
Ace is ledge. Ace is ledge.
Who's he a supporter of?
He's Villa, but he was at Blues because I mentioned to Jamie Clapham, who's the assistant manager at Cov, we've got Ace Hall here, and he was like, Ace is a good lad. He was a young lad coming through when he was at Birmingham, and he said that he was at a few of Steve Bruce's barbecues and stuff 10 years ago. So.
And is your driver still speaking to you after the weekend?
He was yesterday, but funny story. On the Saturday I picked Stoz up at Shirley. We drive to Droitwich. We got an Ace's car, came to the Wadden Road. Left the car there, got on the coach, come back yesterday. Stoz has obviously left his keys in Ace's car. Ace dropped us back at Droitwich, where my car was. So Stoz got in the car with me, went back to Shirley. We pulled up at Shirley. Stoz can't find his keys. I had to drive all the way back to Droitwich. And this was about 10 o'clock at night. I was raging. Pick his car keys up, come back to Shirley, and then he went off home. Luckily enough for him, he's got a line this morning to recover from that. I was up at 8 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, but a Spurs fan in you probably saw the funny side in Asa. Sorry, it starts having a bit of a miserable weekend.
Exactly. I think he was a bit down with the Arsenal result anyway, and might have getting sent off. So compound his misery by forgetting his car keys.
So he owes you one then.
Well, not really, because I took the wrong exit the other day.
So you seem to have settled in really well with those two, the sort of the Brummy car sharers, and you seem to have a lovely good one. So you're already feeling a bit. So you're part of it here.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing the gaffer stressed, that the boys would take to you, which they have, all of them. But you've just got to mould in with the group. Don't come in thinking you're Billy big time or anything like that, which I don't think I would, but just got to remember that these lads, honest footballers, looking to get back in the Football League.
Yeah, so you've sort of settled in off the pitch. Now it's, I suppose, the age
getting on the pitch.
Yeah, to settle on the pitch.
And which I think Tuesday night's a good opportunity to do that. Haven't played at Wadden Road.
Yeah.
I played once when I was younger.
Was that for Wales under 16s?
Yeah, in the Victory Shield.
Yeah. So where does the Welsh come from?
My dad's side of the family.
Right.
And then my mum's side of the family is Irish.
Okay. So you've got a sort of a mixture of all. You can play for anybody.
And then I was born in Solihull, so
yeah,
I've got the choice of a few, I think.
And you're a Spurs fan, so it's a real mix.
Yeah, no local team for me.
Excellent. Cheers, Cian.